have done is created a dollar shortage in the country. At a speech at the Economic Club of New York in March, I outlined the strategy. We have seen the Iranian people out on the street. We will continue monitoring all the partners. Grand culmination in December, when one of the largest banks in Iran went under. There was a run on the bank. The central bank had to print money. The Iranian currency went into free fall.
Did the United States just acknowledge it helped trigger unrest inside Iran? Not with bombs or bullets, but with economic pressure? That question is spreading fast after a revealing moment in Washington. During a recent U.S. Senate hearing, the Secretary of the Treasury openly described actions taken against Iran that many now say helped set the stage for December's unrest. While testifying before the Senate, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was questioned about the Trump administration's maximum pressure campaign against Iran. His response was striking. "What we have done is create a dollar shortage in the country," he said. According to Bessent, that shortage reached a breaking point in December when one of Iran's largest banks collapsed.
What we have done is created a dollar shortage in the country. At a speech at the Economic Club of New York in March, I outlined the strategy. It came to a swift and, I would say, grand culmination in December, when one of the largest banks in Iran went under. There was a run on the bank. The central bank had to print money. The Iranian currency went into free fall. Inflation exploded, and hence we have seen the Iranian people out on the street. We will continue monitoring all the partners, all the Iranian partners. The good news, Senator, is that we have seen, and we can see it with our fencing, we have seen the Iranian leadership wiring money out of the country like crazy. So the rats are leaving the ship, and that is a good sign that they know the end may be near.
The Iranian central bank was forced to print money. The rial went into free fall. Inflation surged almost overnight. Bessent later reinforced the point in a separate interview, saying U.S. sanctions were intentionally designed to weaken Iran's currency. In simple terms, the economy itself was the battlefield. At the same time, Washington pushed Iran's oil exports towards zero, tightening financial pressure on a population already struggling under sanctions. As the rial collapsed and prices soared, protests broke out across Iran in December. According to Iranian officials, these gatherings initially began as peaceful economic demonstrations led by market traders and workers angry over inflation and currency devaluation. But officials say the situation quickly changed. Iranian police claim organized groups moved into the protests, attacking security forces, government buildings, and mosques. What began as economic unrest, authorities argue, turned into coordinated violence. Police Chief Ahmad Reza Radan said dozens were detained, including individuals allegedly carrying weapons, explosives, and large sums of foreign currency. Several detainees reportedly confessed to receiving payments in US dollars. Iranian officials accused Israeli intelligence-linked networks and militant Kurdish separatist groups operating from northern Iraq of exploiting the unrest. They claim militants tied to groups like the Kurdistan Democratic Party of Iran crossed into the country to join the violence. Israeli media later reported on Mossad-linked elements being active during the unrest, though these claims remain disputed and controversial internationally. Washington and its allies have repeatedly cited Iran's response to protests as evidence of repression, using it to justify more sanctions and pressure. Iran, meanwhile, argues the unrest was economically engineered, then politically weaponized. The U.S. insists sanctions are a peaceful alternative to war, but critics argue this moment exposes something deeper. So if pressure is applied deliberately and instability follows, where does responsibility begin?
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.